G'day. Today's video is about my change of plans. I didn't release a video last weekend. It's been a very hectic fortnight. During that time, I've decided to abandon my plan for 5 and 10k time trials. In this video, I'll explain why I made that decision and what I've decided for my immediate goals going forward. In my last video titled Losing My Mojo, I explained how my interval times had come down, how I'd lost the flow in my run and I was feeling more stiff. What I found was that stiffness just wasn't going away. I did a few more runs and the whole body, especially my hamstrings, were really just tightening up. It didn't seem to matter how much stretching and foam roller or spiky ball, I just couldn't release that stiffness. During lockdown, I was doing a weekly 60-minute strength and conditioning class with Karen from the physio room. I'll put a link in the comments down below. I think this class was an excellent replacement for the Pilates class I used to do before, but I think the thing that was missing through lockdown was my monthly massage. I think the classes and the foam roller and stretching and spiky ball are all really good maintenance techniques, but I think you still need that massage, at least someone like me does, just to get into the deep down muscles and really release that stiffness that builds up over time. As soon as the myotherapists were able to operate again, I made a booking. Unfortunately, there was such a rush for their services, the earliest appointment I could get was 10 days away. I've since had that massage. It made a huge difference. I was sore for 3 days after it, but that's just how stiff I was beforehand. I've already booked another massage for next week, and I'll probably get a weekly massage from here to the end of the year. I went for a run today and certainly feels a lot better, but I'm not back to 100%. At this point, I want to ease off and really get the body 100% and start a brand new program. We'll talk about the goal for that program in a minute. We've mentioned Elaine being in hospital and having the operation. She's back now, so a lot of the stress from that has relieved, but work has still been stressful. What's worse, last weekend, work had a rather large disaster, big enough to make the front news of the papers. The consequence of that was I was caught up on Saturday and I didn't get to bed Saturday night. Also worked through all Sunday. I think we finished about 7:30 Sunday night before getting straight back into it early Monday morning. With everything going on and my body just feeling so stiff, I just didn't see any point continuing with the 5k and 10k time trials. I couldn't see myself producing good times under the circumstances, and I thought the injury risk was just too high. I've mentioned in other videos that I've signed up for Melbourne 70.3 in November next year. That's a half Ironman triathlon, but that's 12 months away. In the meantime, I need a more shorter term goal to aim for. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, my aim for 2020 was to do a 50-kilometre trail ultramarathon. My target race was the Surf Coast Century. For those who aren't familiar with that race, the Surf Coast Century is down in Anglesea. For those interstate or overseas, Anglesea is relatively close to Bells Beach. That's a famous surf beach. I think that was in one of the last scenes of the original Point Break movie. My new tentative goal is a 50k trail run in the Blue Mountains. Hopefully Elaine will be fully recovered by then, and she's thinking of doing the 11k race in the same location. Looking at the course maps, I think that's even tougher and hillier than what the Surf Coast Century would have been, but I think that probably favours me. Long distance running isn't my strength, so I think the more hills and the slowness of the course actually helps me. And with the 50k trail run being in May, that gives me plenty of time to get ready for the half Ironman triathlon in November. Plus, I think it nicely breaks up the year's training. Next week, I plan to review the training program that I've just completed. What went well, what didn't go so well, and what I've learnt from that. I hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. See ya.